On January 23rd of this year, Doom the Dark Ages got its official release date during its developer direct. And to be honest, I was sold on the concept almost immediately. I mean, a medieval sci-fi game centered around destroying the endless forces of hell with a mix of ancient and advanced technologies, topped off with two of my favorite things in all of fiction, dragons and massive mech suits. All of that literally appeals to me, my special interest. But as we all know, concepts are only one half of the creation process. Execution is just as important, if not more important, and it's only something we can experience when we get the game ourselves. Games have lived and died based on how well they handle both, making gamers understandably wary of new titles. A developer's history can ease this anxiety, though. For me, I need a reminder of why I put so much faith into its software to always deliver on their vision. After the live stream ended, I set a challenge for myself, not only to platinum both Doom 2016 and Eternal, but to beat both games on the hardest mode they have to offer, Ultra Nightmare, a mode where enemies are smarter, faster, and capable of killing you in half a second. And to make it worse, if you die, it does not matter where you die. You can die in the first room or during the final boss. It doesn't matter. Your save is getting deleted and you're getting sent back to the main menu. You have to start all over again, losing all the amazing weapons and upgrades you have acquired up until that point. And you got to get all that back again. At first, this challenge seemed impossible. I consider myself to be a few notches above average at both of these games, but that didn't give me much confidence that I could beat Ultra Nightmare in one of them, let alone both of them, including all the master levels and DLCs for Eternal. But I'm happy to say I achieved both of my goals. Doom 2016, Eternal, both of its DLCs and the master levels have been 100%ed and completed on Ultra Nightmare. And through that, I rediscovered why I fell in love with the series in the first place and why I believe its software will deliver a premium experience with the Dark Ages. Achieving platinum in the game means a lot more to me than just getting a little mark on my account. I'm not an achievement hunter, so when I go for a platinum for a game, it usually means that I adore the title. Getting these trophies is like when my grandmother puts icing on the cake she bakes. Her cakes are already perfect without it, but that little icing on top just adds a little bit of something that really tops off the whole experience. Now, the act of getting these trophies wasn't too difficult since I had already done most of the work over the years. I did slack a lot on Doom 2016's multiplayer achievements just because they added so many additional DLCs that require different things. I loved it, but I never really got around to getting them all. But thankfully, I did really like battle mode, so I got the achievements for that when the game was in its prime. But without further delay, let's get into the real meat of this video. How replaying these games on Ultra Nightmare reminded me why I love them.
I'm willing to take full responsibility for the horrible events of the last 24 hours, but you must understand. Our interest in their world was purely for the betterment of mankind. Everything has clearly gotten out of hand now, yes. But it was worth the risk, I assure you.
It's been 6 years since I played Doom 2016. I remember some stuff like this lever that unlocks this secret area, but there was a lot that I forgot about. Mainly, how amazing this game was, man. I mean, holy shit. Its software absolutely did a perfect job modernizing this classic franchise. For starters, the music is just out of this world. Mick Gordon's work makes you want to fight your way through hell. It is a huge motivator during combat, inspiring you to actually become the character you're playing. I guess you can call it a musical way of getting the player to lock the fuck in, because they gonna need to. The game gives you the most destructive set of firearms to ever grace a video game. They feel so good, man. Meaty, big, powerful. At the time of my first playthrough, I hadn't played a game that gave you such a powerful arsenal, and still to this day there are only a few games that handle their weapons as well as Doom 2016. The game doesn't give you these tools of mass destruction for no reason, mind you. The enemies Hell sends to stop your crusade are as brutal as they are terrifying. Ultra Nightmare only amplifies their threat, giving the weakest enemies the ability to kill you incredibly fast if you lose focus for even a second during combat. One moment you're full health just enjoying life. The next you're fighting for your life as you're at 1 HP and praying to God an imp doesn't throw a fireball at you. The first 3 levels are gonna make you want to quit. You have almost no health or armor and your weapons are rather limited. Meanwhile, you got to contend with sniper imps that want to throw fireballs from across the arena, soldiers that shoot miniature suns at you that if you're in the same zip code will delete your health bar, Hell Knights that will bully you into a corner, and shield dudes that will... I can't stand these dudes, man. I cannot stand the shield dudes in this game. They're not fun to fight at all. Until you get the shield dude be gone spray, known as the Gauss Cannon. The difficulty spike at the beginning is massive, but honestly, after the 5th level, it gets much easier. Well, demons get easier due to you having a more equipped arsenal, though they aren't the scariest thing you have to deal with. Platforming is one of the few things I remember disliking about this game, and now I can firmly say I wasn't wrong in that assessment. It does not feel good to fall to your death due to funky ass map design. My heart raced at literally every single jump and not in the good way. But besides that, this was a perfect experience all the way up until the end.
Light her the fuck up. Light her the fuck up. That's what I can see. There we go. Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I did it. 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 Stop on this shit. I did it. I did it. I did it.
We must pray now. Pray that he is watching.
Please, anyone, if you can hear me, if you're out there.
Attempting to acquire the Hellpriest signal.
Nearly 60% of our planet has been consumed by the invaders.
We have the Hellpriest signal locked in. The target is marked, but the signal will not hold for long.
For it is he that they fear, not man, or his armies. They fear the mark of the beast.
Now, how does one top perfection? That seems like an almost impossible task, right? Well, I think what we often count as perfect isn't exactly that. It's pretty close, but there's always more you could do to improve. I found this out when I played Doom Eternal on its release, and it's not a stretch to say that this game saved my life. Not to get too deep into the personal weeds of my life, but 2019 through 2021 were, without a doubt, the worst years I've ever lived. Some of the worst personal experience I've ever had happen to me, along with the entire world going to shit all at once. Eternal was a bright spot through all that for me, and I hoped it would be just as good as 2016. So, how did it turn out? Was it just as good as 2016 was? No, because I could never have expected what we got in the end. This is my favorite game of all time. It feels like a game specifically built for me. Eternal's combat dance is a masterclass of game design, if you ask me. Some people have said that it forces you to play a certain way, using specific guns and mods for specific enemies, and that clashes with the more limited ammo pool you have in this game. But after over 1,000 hours of playtime, I can firmly say that those evaluations are just incorrect. Almost every single demon, except for one, can be killed in a variety of ways. Take the Cackle Demon for instance. The game tells you that you can shoot a grenade into its mouth to instantly stagger it for a glory kill. But there are plenty of other scenarios where that simply isn't ideal, where you might not need a glory kill, or you might just need a fast kill on an enemy. So getting a glory kill kinda defeats the purpose. So, what do? Well, here are some examples of what you can do. Triple Rocket instantly kills the meatball. Quick swapping between Precision Bolt and Ballista will kill it in 3 hits. Or if you're not that fast at quick swapping, you can just shoot one Arbalest blast at it to blow it up. I could go on and on about all the ways you can destroy every enemy in this game. You can unload micro missiles into a pain elemental to stop them from summoning lost souls. You can boot pinkies to death with the chain gun shield. And don't get me started on all the ways you can bully the Marauder. I live for this 3D chess-like gameplay. You, as the player, get to deconstruct each combat encounter however you please, and the game rewards you for executing your plans effectively. I adore this gameplay philosophy and hope a version of it exists in the Dark Ages. I don't think it can be underestimated how good it feels to have a game acknowledge and reward you for understanding its systems. The music is just out of this universe. How do you follow up to one of the best game soundtracks of all time? Well, this is how, apparently. Mick Gordon, you are an absolute wizard at this shit. Your time on this franchise wasn't just a staple to Doom fans. It was a cultural moment for all of gaming. What happened between you and id Software will never not hurt my soul. The fact that none of the music has been or will likely ever be released is such a damn shame. I still hold on to a sliver of hope that it'll be released after the Dark Ages, but I'm not holding my breath on that. Either way, all these elements combined led to an ultra nightmare experience that felt way more comfortable for me than 2016. What also helped was the fact that Eternal gives you so many different ways to customize your settings, unlike 2016 where you were just stuck with this. Also for reference, all of this was played on PS5. The first 3 levels were a struggle just like in 2016, but not quite as brutal in my experience. In all of my attempts, I only had one major setback. The rest were just deaths at the beginning of the game, but besides that, all the rest of my deaths were just in those first 3 levels, which led to me completing Ultra Nightmare much faster than I expected. But that does not mean it wasn't just as satisfying.
Where are you? I'll block all of my... Oh wait, that's that. Come on, come on, come on, come on. That's it. That's it. That's fucking it. That's fucking it. Yeah. Sit your stupid ass down, bitch ass. I may have yanked my controller out of my fucking PlayStation doing that. Oh my god, I fucking did it. It's 2 games, man. That's what I like to see. Ooh. That's 2 games down.
With the base campaign completed, I had 2 hurdles left, the master levels and the DLC. Now I went on earlier about the gameplay loop in Eternal, how it gives you these combat puzzles and has you form on-the-fly strategies to deal with each encounter. The master levels are the ultimate test in this regard. They throw literally everything in the kitchen sink at you and basically tell you to figure it out because the game ain't helping you no more. These levels offer fresh scenarios that you don't get in the normal campaign. Like, for example, sticking you in a foggy room with invisible enemies that are damn near impossible to see, then spawning a marauder to smack fire at your stupid ass. The people who designed this shit must be the most villainous, unhinged, and downright evil masterminds to ever be born on this planet. Because what do you mean you're putting me in this cramped ass room with a buff totem and a bajillion heavy demons? You really put 2 archviles behind an unbreakable barrier, sandwiching me between 2 tyrants and a whole army of roided out hellspawn? There's gotta be some kind of human violation. This crap is ridiculous and I adore it for it. It's so much fun. Well, besides this one room, I can't stand this one room. This room can go kick rocks. I don't like it at all. There's one master level in particular that I'm saving for later. It was the final challenge that I had to complete, and I can't wait to talk about it. But before I get to that, we need to talk about the DLCs.
I knew it was here.
Sir, weather's disrupting the signal, but we'll be able to teleport him onto the rig's main deck.
Dr. Hayden, ready to launch the package, sir.
Whenever you're ready. We cannot regain control of Urdak without the Seraphim's help. You broke the seal when you awakened the icon of sin in their world. The balance between their 2 dimensions has been broken with the demons now in control of Urdak.
Portal ready in 3, 2...
First things first, you got new people composing the music for this game, that being Andrew Hulsholt and David Levy. And my word, did they do a stellar job. I mean, they introduced some of my favorite tracks in all of Doom history, such as Immora, World Spear. Blood Swamps. And the Trial of Maligog. To name just a few of these immaculate pieces that are permanently in my playlist. Shout out to both of them. Seriously, you guys are amazing. It would have been even more amazing if your work got an official release though. But that's not something in your control. Because when I heard this shit right here, it was like drinking the nectar of gods, only for it to be ripped away from you. If I could have one thing only, it would be for the music for this game to be officially released. I swear, please Bethesda, please after the Dark Ages, get something worked out so we can get this music posted. Please, it needs to be out there. It needs to be heard. Please. Like so many people have just not heard the Ancient Gods DLCs music. They just haven't. And they need to. Because it's amazing. I was scared to death of Tag 1 throughout this entire challenge. I remember vividly this DLC kicking my ass up and down for hours. So you understand my surprise when I almost beat it on my first attempt, while getting ready for work one day. I think the real reason I had such an easier time with this DLC was simply because my nerves weren't as high. Dying isn't a major progress loss. There's only 3 levels, and the most you lose is support runes that, while strong, I mean, they're not major, as well, they're called support runes. And they're not that hard to acquire. The combat encounters were still tough, but without the constant fear of losing hours of progress, I managed to beat it without much hassle. Although this mofo was just as scary as I remember.
Should be dead here. Yep. And there we go. Alright, yeah, that was a little sketchy, but I did it. Oh, Jesus Christ. That took me way longer than it should have. I've gotten to this fight like 4 times out of all of my attempts, and I didn't attempt that much. Oh, thank you. I was so scared of this.
Tag 2 was very controversial upon release. While it had some of my favorite cinematic moments and introduced cool enemies like the Cyber Baron that spiced up combat, it was very lackluster. It felt like it was missing something. The encounters weren't as engaging as the prior DLCs. Couple that with the busted ass hammer that trivialized every single combat encounter, a very disappointing final boss, and a plot that was unsatisfying in a certain way. It left me wanting more by the end of it. This controversy is very important to why I have so much faith in id Software. Because when they fumble, they have demonstrated that they can come back and regain their footing. Because what's up next? The stuff that they released after this DLC came out? Oh my goodness.
The corrupted priests forbid the use of this beacon. If there are any remaining free tribes left in Argentinor, all will see this light and know what your mission is here.
We are still a day's walk away from the World Spear.
The World Spear Master Level is without a shadow of a doubt the most fun I've had in a single player video game ever. I am talking about a full utilization of every single enemy in the game. Encounters designed around the power of the hammer, making it actually a fun and nice addition to your arsenal. More unique setups like playing the level backwards or running a gauntlet against some of the most powerful enemies in the game. I mean, this level has it all, and it all works so well together. This is what the pinnacle of Doom Eternal has to offer. And upon killing this last Marauder, I had finally finished what I had set out to do.
And we're done. That is Ultra Nightmare for both Doom 2016 and Eternal. Both platinums, all of the master levels done, all the DLCs done on Ultra Nightmare. Let's fucking go.
I have the location.
Holy let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I can't believe I did it. I did it. Yeah. Oh, yes, 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 yes. Yes. Oh, that feels so good, man. Feels so good. Yeah.
Now, there are some things I didn't talk about, such as horde mode or 2 multiplayer modes for both games. This is mainly due to me not playing them upon my revisit. I had fun with both of them, but my focus was on getting the platinum and beating Ultra Nightmare, to be honest. With that being said, revisiting these games has revitalized my excitement for the Dark Ages, because I know what id Software's #1 goal is, and that is to deliver a fun, well-crafted experience that the fans of the game and even new fans will enjoy. Even if they stumble, they've demonstrated the ability to rebound and come back. These are incredibly passionate people who love the things that they work on. And to me, that's all I can ask for. I can't wait to rock out to epic music because my brother in Christ, just listen to what finishing move made. I also can't wait to punt cyberdemons like soccer balls, because like, why would I not want to? With all that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. This was the first time I've ever done something like this, like dedicating myself to a challenge like this, and I'm glad I did it. I'll be making content about the Dark Ages when it releases, among other games that I enjoy, so stick around if you want to hear more of my goofy ass yapping. But I wish you all the best.